Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfectly clearly.
All right.
You're dead.
Yeah, I know that. I saw it. I saw it coming
How'd you see it?
because I was shot dead.
What were you doing?
I was here very much in this my room.
You were in your room and you were shot dead?
Absolutely, yeah.
Who shot you?
I wish I knew those guys were in the masks. Uh, but yeah, there's a lot of people who wanted me dead. I know that. So it's more got to be process of elimination rather than deciding who's killed me. There are so many of them who wanted me to be dead.
Why do so many people want you dead?
Nobody dared to ask me this question when I was alive. But since you asked, it's because of me, who I am, my views, my radical views
What are your radical views?
on any subject. I just don't seem to agree with this world. I think I probably uh, wasn't from this planet. I think
What planet are you from?
I don't know, but I don't think the Earth was ready to receive me.
Hmm. So your radical views are the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I lived by that and I died by that. So no regrets at all. Absolutely.
And give me an example of who would want to come and kill you.
Uh, well, to start with, some of these religious bodies, or maybe even government, uh, maybe the spy agencies, the local spy agencies, the cops. I know, as I said, practically everybody wanted me to be dead. Yeah.
Everybody wanted you dead. So the spy agencies wanted you dead.
Yeah, because I had been writing against them also, that how unfair they have been and what fake and false information they have been giving it to the country.
What false and fake information have they been giving to the country?
That our country is going to be attacked
Attacked
by
by
some you know fundamentalists, which I know wasn't right.
you knew that that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there was no need to create this kind of panic. Yeah, the danger is always there for everybody. Like I myself was in danger, so that doesn't mean that I should, set off alarms and create a panic around me or something like that. It's okay. That's day-to-day living. I mean, you're alive today, you may be dead tomorrow, or for that matter, next minute.
So you accept this.
What?
You accept the game that you were playing.
Yeah, yeah. I knew that. I'm actually surprised that I lived so long.
Mm. Because you were just saying things that were upsetting the powers that be.
Yeah, practically everybody. I mean, including my family. I mean, my wife left me, my kids left me. Actually, I think I must be the most popular guy with highest number of enemies, I think. And I think I like that actually, rather than having some fake friends, I had some real enemies.
So where did you publish your thoughts?
Well, initially it used to be in most of the popular newspapers, but then they stopped publishing my columns. So I decided to do it on my own on the internet. So I had my blog. I used to write on Twitter. I had thousands of I thousands of followers on Twitter.
And the powers that be were scared of you.
I would think so. Yeah, I would like to believe so because I wasn't scared of them. Absolutely not.
But you wanted them to be scared of you.
Not scared, I would say, but I definitely wanted me to be heard and at least, given some sort of hearing and try to understand the point of view, my point of view. Yeah, it probably was almost always diametrically opposite of all others, but that's the way it is. I am different.
You like being different. You like agitating.
Well, I don't know whether I like it or not like it. I'm just like this. I mean, probably I was born like this. So right from my childhood, I think I always objected to my parents, my school teachers, my friends, and everything. I think I was the argumentative guy. I think always. But when it came to school debates and competitions, I think nobody could beat me. No one could beat me. I have won several trophies for the school and my college on debating competitions. I was the leader of my, college union, students union, and subsequently, when I got into journalism, I think there were there were a lot of people who were keen to hear me. I've given talks, and I remember there was to be a lot of people, coming for my talks just to listen to me.
So you were fearless.
Yes, I would like to say that because, as I said, I don't know any other way. So maybe you're right.
What was the main, most important, if you could, with your audiences, what was the main thing you wanted to say? What was the main point you wanted to give them?
Good question. Good question, Jeff. I think the point was that there can always be different views. There will be more than one view, and it's not necessary that only one person is right and the other is wrong. That is the first and the foremost which I wanted to convey to the people, that it's not like there's always right or wrong. The other thing is that I have seen over a period of time that people were getting scared. I think there were a lot of people I know who wanted to be on my side, or they agreed to my view. Initially they did, but then later on they were scared that they may get some sort of pushback or even reprimand. So they were just scared. So I wanted them to tell them, convey to them that you don't have to be scared. You don't have to fear anybody. If you have full conviction, and if you believe in yourself, I mean, if there's certain beliefs you have, there's nothing wrong with it. Of course, I'm not saying that I try to harm anybody, and I'm not even suggesting that to anybody, that you have to harm somebody. But if you have a view, I think I have the right to express it. That's human. Absolutely. So there were people who liked me at one point of time. I'm sure there are a lot of admirers. Some of them I would like to say like secret admirers, because they are scared to come into open.
And why did the powerful or opposition fear you so much? Because you were unafraid to say what you felt. Okay, but what did you say that threatened them?
That's real.
But what did you say that threatened them?
Well, if they had a view, I had a counter view. Always I had a counter view. And that's one thing which I regard myself as, if at all I have to say, that if a person can argue from both sides of the argument, I think he is a real intelligent person. And I think, unfortunately, I was one of them in this world, because not everybody can argue from both sides of the, talk from both sides of the argument.
But did you ever, which side did you agree with, or were you just instigating, just to?
Right. I mostly like to instigate so that people know that it's not just one-sided everything. There are at least more than one side. There are two sides, there are three sides. My objective has always been to convey this to the people, that there is no one way to do things. There are more than one ways to do things. And as I said again, that it's not necessary that one is right and the other is wrong.
So
not at all.
You always aim to make people think.
I always aim people to think, and you're right, to some extent instigate if required, because I have seen that humans are, they're very comfortable in their zones, and everybody wants to remain in that comfort zone. Nobody wants to come out of their comfort zone. But there's life beyond comfort zone. There's actually where you can learn only when you come out of your comfort zone. And I wanted to awaken people that, look, guys, don't just sleepwalk and follow everything and anything that is just sort of put onto you, literally bombarded on you. Please think. That's why we are humans. Yeah, we are not animals, we are not herds. So if you're a human, please think, yeah, at least think and say something if you don't agree. But I think over a period of time, the way the social system, the government system, the politics, I think that has killed everything, whatever thinking is there. And I don't think we are humans anymore. We are getting to become robots, according to me.
Why are they killing everything? Why do you think that these powers that be are taking everything and flipping them around, like you say?
I think they're just taking advantage of the masses, because the masses have been quietened, they have been silenced one way or the other, politically, economically, socially, and some of the powers to be, they know how to manipulate people. And it has happened now that the number of people getting manipulated has gone to such an extent that the power is going to go to a very, very few bunch of people. And that's not the world, I'm sure, would be a good world to live in.
When did you notice that people were starting to get angry at you?
Well, I started that there are a lot of people against me when I was the leader of our college union itself. That must be about 20, 25 years ago. But as I said, I didn't care about it. I had my followers. And but I realized that there was no point in carving down to somebody else's views, like a sheep for that matter. I was not going to be a sheep. I was going to be always a tiger. So subsequently, when I took up a job in journalism, when I was a journalist, my editor was one of the persons who initially was very happy, because I used to bring a lot of scoops and scandals, literally, breaking some of the norms, and he was very happy with me actually. Only after a point, I think, when it started, threatening his job, probably, how these political pressures are. He wasn't not only encouraging me, but he, in fact, ultimately he had to fire me.
So for 20, 25 years, people have been stacking up against you.
Yes, I know that. I'm very much aware of that. And as I said, to be honest, I like it, because that means people hear me. People actually wait for my views. And I think that's one of the greatest achievements. Actually, it gives me a different kick altogether. I'm very happy about the kind of life I lived. And as I said, no regrets whatsoever, not even one bit.
And when did you notice that things were getting maybe violent?
Yeah, right. It started, I think, about 5-6 years ago, when I was I was traveling to Delhi, and there was a bunch of people who I think they were from sort of my opposition. I knew these guys. I met them at the airport, and they unnecessarily created a scene with me by actually getting physical with me. That's the time I realized that the anger of the people is getting really too much. Luckily, there was security, because I was inside the airport, and that was sorted out. And this is about 4 or 5 years ago, and I realized that I must agree, and I admit that I was slightly worried at that point in time, because I'm not a physical guy. I don't believe in violence at all. I believe in freedom of speech, but not violence. And I realized that this is going to be slightly a different game. But of course, that did not make me anything less fearless, or I did not become conservative or anything like that. I continued my way. But I started, being a little bit aware of it, that, yeah, my life is in danger, and, it could happen anytime. But I was prepared, since, as I told you, my best friend has been my dog. And yeah, actually, I'm worried only about him at this point in time. Rest, they'll get used to it. As a matter of fact, some of them actually must have opened champagne, and they must be actually partying after my death. I know that.
What do you think is the thing? I mean, what are the things, because clearly there are many, that you did that really upset people?
Oh, it's a long list, Jeff. I don't know where to begin, but I guess the whole institution of, during my time at least, we talked about the education system. The entire education system sucks, and this whole thing about exams and evaluating, students on the basis only of the exams, I didn't agree to that at all. So I boycotted exams. I made sure that others did not go for the exams during the college times. That's where I actually began, I must say, arguing or discussing, if you may, with the teachers on certain topics which were being taught to us. I said that this is, you're teaching us, which is only one-sided view. What about the other side of the view? So they refused. They said that's not in the syllabus. So I did not agree to that, and I would rebel at that point itself, that I don't accept this kind of education. Then comes, of course, the institution of marriage. This, that you have to spend your entire life with one person, and they call that something called as loyalty and fidelity and stuff like that. I don't know what it means, because I haven't come across any of the people I know who've been loyal in that sense, because loyalty is not just physical. It has to be starting from your mind. You have to be inside loyal, and that's what I believe in.
Yeah,
I haven't that. And of course, the religion, I mean, don't even make me start on the religion bit.
I've got time. Go right ahead.
Well, the religions, the dogmas, I never accepted that. The entire belief system, the concept of God, the concept of that, in that sense, karma for that matter. I don't believe in any of those things. I think you're here, and this is, at this point in time, you're here now. And what is important is now. Nothing matters. The past does not matter. Future doesn't exist. So what is the only thing that exists is now. And that is all that should matter. But, the religions, they don't believe in these things. They believe in God. They believe that you have to go to the temples, mosques, and churches to go and pray. For what? I don't believe that there is God inside those buildings, these concrete buildings. If at all, I would respect nature. Look at the nature. Look at and enjoy the nature, whatever you are seeing, whatever you are at that point in time. So even if it is the heat in Delhi when I used to be at 40 degrees, 45 degrees, but that is reality. Enjoy that. I mean, what is the point in fighting? The problem with the people is that humans is that they want to fight with nature all the time. Every time they'll complain because it is hot. They'll complain because it is raining. They'll complain because it is too cold. I mean, they'll complain when they're in the city. They'll complain when they go back into the villages. I mean, I just don't get that. Why can't humans just be what they are and enjoy wherever they are? That's, as I said, I was against any and almost all of these things. Or for that matter, even the so-called thick friendships and bullshit like that. Yeah, I mean, you meet a lot of people, you interact with them, and you have fun, you enjoy with them, and that's it. You move on. What's there to get attached and involved and stuff like that? I just don't get that.
So nobody's going to miss you.
Well, as I said, my dog will miss me. And on the other hand, all the people who are against me, they'll miss me, because I don't know. They don't know. I don't think there's anybody whom they can target and probably have their every morning cup of tea with a smile at what they're going to do against me. They are going to miss me, Jeff. They are definitely, my enemies are going to miss me a lot.
If you had to point through that series of deductions, who did this? Who do you think it is? Who did you piss off the most?
I think the government agencies. So I won't be surprised that this could be a police kind of, but of course, the cops won't come on their own. This is what we call it as the Supari killing, targeted killing. And I suspect that that the government is involved in this particular thing, because of late, I think I had ruffled a lot of feathers in the government agencies, as because of the elections coming. I had spoken a lot of things about not only just the current incumbent government, but also the opposition, because as I said, this whole government system, the whole so-called fake democracy itself is all sham. So I don't believe that this works, because this is not democracy. This is majoritarian, and majoritarian is not what really is helpful for the entire humanity. Because then what happens to the minority? They are also humans. No, they are also staying in the same world. They are in the same city. Majoritarian government doesn't work. It is about time that this overrated term called democracy needs to be relooked at. We need a
So
different system.
it does work. What does work?
Sorry?
What does work?
Well, I think the most important thing is, first of all, that you have to dismantle the existing education system, because that is where the problem begins. The religious system, that we need to have a liberated education system, a liberal education system, wherein you start off by teaching the child everything which is relevant today, which is connected to the nature. What is nature? You begin from the education system, then you dismantle all of these religious institutions, at least don't give them any importance, and make them understand that the humans have been there much before the religions came, right? So that's just a kind of an add-on kind of a thing that has happened over a period of time, which and I think we were doing quite fine without religions when we were alive, as we know from the history. So
In a
that's
country,
another thing. And the government system, basically, if we teach human beings to manage individually themselves, each one to himself or herself, and that how they should follow certain things what they want to do without harming anybody, I think that is a system that will work. Is self management. Teach self management, that people can manage themselves. You don't need any government, you don't need any pundits to be an intermediary between you and the god. You can talk to god directly, you can manage things directly. Yes, we need offices to do work like your probably systems like your water and electricity, but you're paying for it anyway today, isn't it? So what's new about it? But I need to have a say in that, right?
Yep, that's right. It is a strange time to be alive, but unfortunately for you, your fight is finished.
Yeah, but I hope that my death is not going to go waste, and there would be somebody who I think will like to take it further. Actually, there's a bunch of people I know. I'm quite sure they are not. They may go underground for some time, but I don't think they're going to keep quiet for a long time. It will surface, because what I'm saying is generally liked by everybody. It's just that people are scared to come out of it in the open. That's all. I think there will be a revolution.
Okay. Well, hope for your case, you're right, but you won't be part of that revolution because you're stuck.
Unfortunately, yes, Jeff. I don't know, but it's okay. I think my job probably was done from this earth. So I think I've done my bit to awaken these people from their really long slumber, and I'm happy about it. I'm absolutely satisfied with my life.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah. All the best to you.
All
You're
the
going to be facing the rest of the shit that is going to happen after that.
I look forward to it. Take care.
Yeah. See you sometimes.
See you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.